Yo guys, what is going on? Today we have another battery unboxing assembly and review. We are talking about the DC House branded battery, and it came with a charger, but you can see the brand right here. It's kind of hard to see it on this box. And yes, this one came with display. It comes with the charger and the battery. We are dealing with a plastic housing, 100 amp hour 51.2 volt battery, and it does have a smart BMS as well. You can connect it via Bluetooth, and I believe this one has a peak of about 350 or 400 amps for a few seconds when it comes to the BMS, so it should be able to handle pretty much any golf cart out there, regardless of the system that you have in it, as long as it is a 48 volt system, guys. So right here we are unboxing now the 48 volts 18 amp hour charger. Now some of these, even though they have these ratings, they are truly not as advertised, in the sense that some of them have given me, if they say 18 amp, I get between 14 13, and like the one that I purchased separately for the other battery, which is the LiPulse, that one says 20 amps, but when I charge it, it goes up to 15.5 approximately. So not all of them are as advertised, I would say. So the battery came inside of another box, and it came shipped via FedEx, which was quite fast, and it wasn't damaged at all already. And here it is. So inside we are greeted with some information about the design. This is a anti-swelling design, as you guys can observe from this, which is very nice. We get the user manuals, okay, and we do have an app. I believe it is the same app that I already have, because the other day I was connecting to the LiPulse and I saw this one coming on the Bluetooth settings. And we get things like the covers, the screws, so that we can connect the terminals. And I think that besides that, all we have after this is going to be the battery itself. This is the battery right here, very similar to what we have seen. Plastic casing. It fits inside of the battery compartment for my Yamaha G22, which is all a plus. Now here's something that stands this battery away from the competition, and it's actually quite impressive. I told you guys earlier that we had a display included with a charger, and this is all for less than $1,000 for sure. The link has been provided down below. But now this display does something that is quite amazing, and I've never seen anything like it. That's the fact that we have a Bluetooth powered display that connects directly to the BMS of the battery, so you're always going to get the most accurate voltage and percentage reading on this display directly. So right now, as an example, I connected the display to a 12 volt battery. This is a motorcycle battery, and I had it connected to the BMS of this particular battery. And the way it works is that inside of the manuals, you have a QR code. Once you scan that QR code, it'll take you to this app called DC House. And right now, this is the BMS for the battery. It says that it is not connected. That's because we are connected using the display. So basically, I added the display. You had to click on the plus. You're going to find the battery and the display. You connect to the display, and then from here, you can see how it is reading two different Bluetooth connections. That's because somehow it is reading my LiPulse battery. It is reading it as a DC House battery. So I guess this is also going to work for other brands, maybe. But the battery that we have here right now, the blue one, this is the Bluetooth for it. And so once you connect to the display, you hit connect on here, and then this is what is actually showing on here. So now we have this BMS for the battery connected to the display wirelessly. So again, this is very, very awesome, guys. So of course, guys, I'm going to install this on the golf cart on the Yamaha G22. We're going to take a couple of days to really test it and see how everything goes. Right here on the battery, it says that it can hold more than 10 years of usage, okay? And we know that lithium phosphate batteries don't require any type of maintenance, and that's the beauty of them. Besides being lightweight, they are powerful, they charge fast, they don't leak, they won't corrode your golf cart as lead acids do. So this is the way to go, especially in these modern times, guys. So again, let me go ahead and test them, see what this is all about, and I'll get back with you guys later. We got everything 100% connected. The only thing I did differently is connect this terminal for the charger in case I don't want to use the factory port, in which I will continue using with the old charger because it is a 20 amps, which is that one right there. And I put the blue one back in the box for now. And so yeah, so I have both connections for the charger, and basically what I did is that the main wire, as always, goes all the way to the bottom. The second one should be your chargers. Okay, in this case I have both of them connected. The last one to the top should be your power converter, and that's it. You do the same thing for the positive, the negative, and then I strapped it down and it's nice and firm on there. And also, as you guys can tell right here, it fits perfectly well on the frame. And well, a week and a half has passed and we have tested this battery enough to let you know if it's worth it. Now keep in mind, guys, that with these particular batteries that I've been getting lately with the plastic casing, I can't open them, and I've been wanting to get one with the metal casing. As a matter of fact, this company offers one with the metal casing, and it'll make it a little bit easier to open it. If I open this battery to show you guys the internal, as I've been wanting to do, I'm going to pretty much ruin the waterproof capabilities. But what I'm going to do today that is different to any other testing that I've ever done is the fact that we're going to go on the rain. It is literally raining right now, or at least drizzling, more than raining, but it was raining very hard. And we're going to ride the golf cart as is today and see how this thing holds up. Now, I also want to let you guys know that I already sold this golf cart, and the new owner is coming for it tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, it's been a great golf cart. I'm just looking for something a little bit more modern, a little bit faster maybe. This one does up to 20 miles an hour. I had the Yamaha G29, and that one was a 2007, and I put the Navitas motor and I put the Navitas controller, so on and so forth. It was a lot faster than this particular golf cart, and well, I kind of missed that speed, you know. This one I got it very cheap, I would say. It was about $750. All I added to this golf cart was the rear bench seat, this one here, and mechanically I just put a new sensor for the pedals, and that has been it. It's been a very good, reliable golf cart. It came with everything that you guys see on it, besides the seat and the sensor. So let's go ahead and get out of here, guys. We're gonna do just, you know, the quick runs that we typically do. It's kind of tight here in my garage, as you guys can tell, but I always manage to do it. So with this new pedal sensor, it actually got a little bit faster. So I'm putting on the windshield here so that things don't splash on my face. But here it is, guys. We are actually riding a little bit on the rain. Very cool. And these golf carts have the controller, which is the delicate part. It is sitting up high, so I really don't have any concerns of me breaking the golf cart. But yes, guys, these batteries, honestly, I've been becoming a fan of them more and more as I keep testing them. This one really took me for a surprise, the fact that it has the Bluetooth display, which gives you a lot of accurate information. Right now I have that one right there, and it does give me the right information, but only if I have the right cells on it, and I had to have the right cutoff voltage, the minimum voltage, and the maximum voltage. If I do all that, every time I install a new battery, then it'll give me the right rating. So right here we have the BMS apps. So we're gonna go to the DC house, and I just want to show you guys here that we are in fact at 94% currently. And I did use it the other day. I did about, I think it was about 3 or 2 miles, and it was at 100%. So with this battery, the max that I got was 29 miles, which is a little bit more than the average that I do for a 100 amp hours, excuse me. The best that I've ever got was with a 105 amp hours. I got about, I think it was like 32 or 33 miles. But with this one, I got 29, which is not bad. And yeah, this is the data right here. We have the, let's see, notifications. We have the current voltage on here, which matches with the display, so on and so forth. So yes, guys, when it comes to the app and the information, everything is quite accurate, which is good news. And I'm very, very pleased with this golf cart and the battery, of course. So this one is claiming to be a water resistant or waterproof, I think it's waterproof battery, but that only means that if you have it where I have it right now, and you're riding your golf cart and it gets some splashes of water, it is not going to get ruined. However, guys, keep in mind that it doesn't mean you can submerge it underwater. I think that's quite obvious to say, but for the most part, you should be okay with riding in these conditions, which is very, very cool. I feel, you know, at this point, I can't tell if it was because of the pedal sensor or because of the battery. I have a much better acceleration. You see, the issue that I was having with the previous sensor for the pedal, which I just replaced right before this battery, was the fact that on higher speeds it was kind of like jittering. It was kind of like, you know, it felt like I was releasing and pressing the gas pedal very quickly. It was kind of like jerking a little bit. So after I replaced the sensor, of course, we don't get that jerky effect anymore. And at the same time, again, I feel like the golf cart has a lot better acceleration. So today we're not going to do a super long ride like we have done in the past, because I'm still getting wet here as I'm riding, guys. Not too severely, but I can feel it on my left side here. So I just wanted to give you guys, you know, a testing under these conditions, and to just simply, you know, talk as we typically do about the battery. I think most of these manufacturers, unless you know, they're really low cost, then you should be concerned. But this one comes at about, I think it's $8.99, maybe a little bit cheaper, and you guys are getting the charger and you're getting the display. So most of these manufacturers around that price point, they offer good batteries, guys. And the good thing is that these BMS, and being a lithium phosphate battery and such, makes it safe. You know, so far, I guess I've been lucky, or maybe it's just the way that it's going to be, because they're just extremely safe. I've never had any dangerous situation with any of these batteries, like, you know, in the sense of overcurrent or undercurrent or smoking, or, you know, them doing things that I felt unsafe. So far, that hasn't happened. The only thing that I've noticed, and I never did it again, is that with these chargers, regardless of what charger it is, you should never use an extension cord. One time I did, and the charger, the side of the power cord that connects to the wall, got very, very hot. But it wasn't the battery itself, it was just the charger. And it got so hot that it actually burned me. So after that incident, I never used extension cords. I just plugged it directly into the wall. I found a way to get the golf cart closer to the wall instead, and that was the only hiccup that I've ever had on any golf or any battery, excuse me. So on this little baby here, I went ahead and also adjusted the brakes, and now this thing actually skids. It's really sensitive to braking. That's good. The new owner, he test drove it. He said, look, can you please adjust the brakes? It looks like they're a little bit too soft. And didn't hesitate to say yes, guys. But yeah, so far here around the neighborhood, we've probably done like about a mile, maybe two. And yeah, guys, like I said, it's been a normal, at this point I call it normal behaving battery, which means that it is depleting as it should, it is functioning as it should, and it works great under pretty much any conditions. Here in Florida, we do get hot weather as well. The hottest recently has been about 92 degrees Fahrenheit, and I had no issues. I rode it around the neighborhood. I typically ride with the kids, as you guys know. The kids love it. Right now they're not here because they're actually at the babysitter currently. Since I was going to make these videos, I can't leave them alone. Mom works. So but besides that, every time they get an opportunity to ride with me, sometimes even when recording videos, we go out together, and this cart is usually carrying a lot of weight, meaning that it is 6 of us. So you can imagine, I would say that's a little over 1,000 pounds right there. So yeah, I mean, it's been holding great. And keep in mind that if you are converting your golf cart for the first time to lithium, that's why I mention this all the time on pretty much every video I make, lithium is a lot lighter, guys. So for instance, if you have about, let's say, even if it's a 4-pack of 12 volts lead acids, those are about 60 pounds each. That's 240 pounds in total. These batteries, this one in particular, is only 88 pounds. So you're cutting a whole bunch of weight right there. Weight that, you know, you can use climbing hills, weight that you can actually take advantage and, you know, use it to get more range on the battery itself. You know, you can use it for many things. You know, you can use it to haul, you can use it for many other things. Your suspension won't suffer as much. In this particular case, this golf cart had, I think it was the 8 volt one. It had 6 batteries, 8 volts, and they were still about 55 pounds each. So I cut over, I would say I cut approximately like 240 pounds, if not more, by getting lithium batteries. You can feel it. You can feel it as you're driving. You can feel this thing being a lot lighter. I can even push it a lot easier if I have to, guys. As you can see, everything is behaving great. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the app real quick. And let's see what the current percentage is. And I keep going into the wrong app. That's because this app also works. But there it is, guys. We have done now maybe like 3 miles, just about. And we are at 90% right there. Okay, so we started at 94, another 3 miles, and we depleted. So I'm not sure how fast it's going to, you know, deplete after a certain percentage. But so far, after about 3 miles, we lost 4% of battery. Okay. And with these batteries, or any batteries, never recommended that you go dangerously low in charge. Every time I do my range test, I have to be at a minimum of 10%. I don't go below that. I don't go, that's the maximum. Typically I do like 12, 13%, and then I go ahead and charge the batteries, guys. So just because of the weather conditions, guys, again, I think I'm going to stop it right here. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the batteries, or the battery, excuse me. And check this out. This area here doesn't get a drop of water. It is super dry. We do have healthy fenders that keeps the water away. So the battery really hasn't gotten wet. Everything looks pretty dry on there, which is good news. And everything is working fine, guys. So that's excellent. And keep in mind that it's not pouring, but even if it did, I'm pretty sure it'll be just fine. With this being said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, share, click on the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos like this. And I'll see you on my next one.